This is 100 useful Lethal Company tips. Just a quick note, if any of them are wrong or if I have missed something, comment it and I will put it all into a pinned comment. There is also timestamps in the description for how advanced the tips are. It's actually really easy to get the bees by yourself. And drop them just a little bit before your stamina bar runs out to make sure you can get away. You can shorten commands in the terminal to the first 3 letters of a moon, then C to confirm or D to deny. The company building monster reacts to any sound, so you can technically just use your voice to activate him instead of the bell. You can pick up used stun grenades and use them to activate mines. This is especially helpful when a mine is blocking a doorway. If you barricade the entrance, it will stop dogs from wandering in, unless they hear a noise on the ship. Then, they will walk straight through. And here, the dogs can't get out because they were in wandering mode. On offense, when the ship is landing, you can jump onto the railing, then jump onto the pipe to quickly get to the fire exit. However, if you miss, you can still run along the pipe to the rock at the end. Then you can jump on the pointy edges and climb up. Once you get up, you will slide up and down, wait for your stamina to regen to 3 bars, and sprint and jump up. Check the value of heavy items when there is multiple deep into the tunnel network. The green effect is adrenaline and will appear when you are being chased by a monster or see a dead body. In single player, the snare flea cannot kill you unless you are already at critical health. It is very easy to get to the die and fire exit. You can get down the Titan staircase pretty quickly. Seeing a bracken room does not mean that a bracken has spawned in yet. They spawn from vents like every other enemy. If you find some stairs on the mansion or facility layout, the spider is one of the easiest monsters to kill. If there is steam, you can usually run into it and quickly find the valve if you don't die to a mine or monster. If you don't have a flashlight or it has run out of battery, you can scan to see where the jump is. How much the quota goes up by is not affected by how much you sell. Dead enemies such as the Thumper will still say near activity detected even though they are dead. The blob will go to where it last saw the player and not show near activity detected. when eclipsed, enemies will spawn in as if it was already 10 PM. Baboon hawks and dogs will fight each other. Some moons will have quicksand patches that will always spawn in the same place. Unless it is stormy, place all of your loot outside so that a loot bug doesn't steal it. March has 3 fire exits, whereas all the other moons only have 1. You can get to the first fire exit by going left around the lake instead of to the right. The second exit is straight left from the ship. If you have extra money, use it on flashlights and equipment in case everybody dies or you have to leave items to bring back loot. And you can get to the third fire exit if you run straight from the back of the ship. After getting to critical health, you will regen back to 20 health. You have to pick up bodies after teleporting them for it to count, otherwise they could just fly out the back of the ship when you fly off. On Mansion, doors at the main entrance can still be locked. Coilheads won't instantly kill you, but will do 90 damage, then another 90, 0.16 of a second later. All monsters have a power cap that contributes to the max cap of the moon, and when you kill something, it frees up the monster cap for more to spawn. The main counter to the giant, beside flashbangs, is the teleporter. The Jester has an invisible force field around it that will block your bullets from hitting enemies. Instead of using the monitor, you can type view monitor into the terminal and view it there. You can also type switch to switch your view to another person. Turrets can only shoot up and down if they have spotted a target. Lethal Company isn't a serious game, and even while on high quota runs you should try and laugh and have fun with your friends. Trust me, if you burst out laughing to your friend dying to a mine, then immediately get your neck snapped by a bracken, you will have way more fun than if you just get annoyed and have a break from the game. Mines got fixed in version 45, so now if you step on one, somebody in the ship can teleport you off. Always try and take a key or lockpicker to the fire exit, because more times than you would realize, you get stuck in one room with a locked door blocking you. You can move items in the ship using B. To get on top of the cupboard, pick up the item, walk inside it, then scroll or press a random button which will cancel the placement. The jetpack and shovel are magnetic, while the walkie, flashlight, lockpicker and stun grenade are not. Only eyeless dogs can hear you. TZP will make you sprint faster and have more stamina. However, until it wears off, your stamina will regen very slowly depending on how much you take. Mines and turrets will still have to be turned off at the terminal even after the apparatus has been pulled. Monsters can only spawn from vents, and you can hear when an enemy is about to come out of a vent. Near the fire exit on experimentation, you can jump onto the pipe to safely get back to the ship. A good max weight for making the jump is 70 pounds. You will take a little bit of fall damage getting down, but it is very helpful if there is a giant or dog. You don't actually have to jump onto the railing to drop items off of it. You can just jump, then drop. Holding the mask or having it in your inventory will not convert you into a mast. Here is me having the mask in my inventory and holding the mask for an entire day. Baboon hawks aren't scared by how much noise you make, and will only run away if you stare and charge at them. You can normally only scare a group of 2 baboon hawks away, but with some skill, you can sometimes make it past 3. Being in a larger group of people will also help you get past more of them. You will explode if you go too high with the jetpack. If you're enjoying the video and learned 20 new things by the end, please give it a like, because it would mean the world to me. Thank you. To test if a shotgun has ammo, you can try and reload it. If you hear a click, it has 0 or 1 bullets, and if it doesn't click, it has 2 bullets. Always check if something is on sale when you're at the company, because some items can be up to 80% off. Cells stop and yield sign since they are twice as heavy as a shovel and will usually be within 10 credits of the price. Open gift boxes once you get back to the ship in case they have a two-handed item. The actual stamina bar is 10% bigger than the orange one. You can land back at the company to buy more equipment without it costing a day or changing the weather on any of the moons. A video can't really prove it, so you're just gonna have to trust me. But the more loot over Quota you have on the ship, the faster monsters will spawn. Shotguns will randomly fire if you leave them with the safety off. For reference to how rare it is, this is a stack of 20 shotguns over the course of 2 minutes. The apparatus is worth 80, and when pulled will turn off all the lights in the facility and open all the giant locked doors. It will also try and spawn 2 enemies inside if there is free room in the mob cap. If you find an apparatus room that looks like this, you can crouch under the railing and then stand back up and then walk into the wall and it will teleport you back to the main entrance. The laser pointer cannot distract the giant. You can shine the laser pointer or flashlight through a bunch of doors to guide you back to the main entrance. The battery on walkies lasts over a day, so you can leave it on without worrying about it running out. It can also be used as a clock where 50% is about 4 PM and 25% is about 11 PM. On Rend, a little before halfway to the main entrance, there is a house which you can hide from giants and dogs in. However, if you make noise, the dogs will still come in. Every time you get hit by an enemy, your stamina will be fully regen to help you run away. However, your movement speed will be lowered for around half a second, making it hard to run away. So if you have a shovel and a thumper, you should try and fight it. Otherwise, I would recommend running. Thumpers cannot turn while going very fast and will be slowed down every time you hit them with a shovel. They also take 4 hits with a shovel to die. Metallic items bought on a moon that is stormy will not be affected by lightning. The items in the front were bought while on the moon, and the back items were items I had on the ship. However, this only lasts for 1 round. The blob will slowly grow in size and has a very rare chance to split in half and spawn 2. Because it's so rare, I just kind of spawned one in here, but that's basically what it will look like. Nutcrackers can shoot through doors. In single player, they also have very bad eyesight. I'm not 100% sure if it's intended, but if you place a key next to metallic items such as the jetpack, shovel and whoopee cushion, it'll take pretty much all of the lightning. If you get eaten by a giant or worm, or get turned by a mask, the items you are holding will be deleted.
There you go.
If there's dogs camping outside the ship, you can order a walkie to distract them.
Haha, stupid dogs.
Gift boxes will only contain items from the moon you got them from, so it is best to open them once you get back to the ship in case it's a two-handed item. If you reload the save, then wherever you put it in the ship will determine its item and value. The gift boxes on the right are ones I reloaded the game with. I get 2 V-type engines worth 34 because I dropped the gift boxes in the same place. The ones on the left I just got from Titan. I got a toothpaste and duck which can't spawn on experimentation. If you have ever heard somebody say that the outdoor enemies will only spawn after 5 PM, that's sort of true. On the easy maps, the enemies will spawn after 5 PM. On the intermediate maps they will spawn after 3 PM, and on the hard maps they will spawn after 1 PM. If you are being chased by the little girl, you can run into the ship and jump on the red cabinet to save yourself. If you're being chased by the ghost girl, if you leave the building she will immediately despawn. If you hold an item worth 160 or over before you land the ship, the ghost girl will automatically haunt you. Hide the whoopee cushion in the corner of the ship, just in case a dog wanders in and steps on it, possibly trapping them in the ship. You can counter dogs and giants by going under or on top of the ship and alternating sides. You can counter the worm by going onto or under any part of the ship. You can get infinite jetpack fuel if while using the jetpack you drop it. Then it will be reversed. If you don't use it, the power will go down, and if you do use it, the power will stay the same. You can use and drop it to put it back to normal. Dogs will go to the loudest sound, not the closest. Coil heads will usually open doors after around 16 seconds, but sometimes can open them in around 7 seconds. The ghost girl will target the most insane player, which is determined by how much scrap you are holding, how much you move your camera around, how much you spend with your teammates, and whether or not you are near a dead body. If you have 4 players and it's eclipsed, you should have one person stay back on the ship with their mic muted and do teleporter. One person checking for beehives if they can spawn, if they can't, they should go to fire, and the other 2 should go to main. You can save yourself from being eaten by the giant by pulling the pin on a stun grenade just before the giant grabs you. There is a safe spot on the facility and mansion layout that prevents the jester from killing you. If you sit in the corner of the ship, the game thinks you're outside and you can talk to lure dogs out of the ship. Just make sure to move so that they don't grab you from outside.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
If you drop the jetpack while flying, it is almost impossible to die to fall damage. And you are more likely to die to the fall damage bug than actual fall damage. It's slightly faster to go to the left of the lights and can be used if there's a giant blocking you. While there is only an 11% chance for a coil head to spawn, there can still be up to 5 on rend. There are 3 easy ways to kill nutcrackers. The easiest but most expensive is hitting the nutcracker once, then running away or looping it around something, then stunning it and hitting it 4 times. The second way is to find something to loop it around, then hit it once and run. Then, while it's reloading, hit it twice, loop it, and repeat until it's dead. The third way, which is by far the hardest, is to wait until the eye is facing away from you, then run up behind it and crouch while hitting it. This usually won't work because before you get the last hit, he will step away and shoot you, or step towards you and kick you. You can tell apart nutcrackers because they walk around with triangles and will randomly stop. Coil heads will randomly turn and won't ever stop moving until somebody looks at it. Thumpers move like coil heads but have to fully stop before turning around. If you have a teleporter and a heavy item such as a cash register, apparatus, or metal sheet, you can teleport yourself and pick it up just before you get teleported. Then when you drop it, you will be faster and have more stamina. If you are host and try this, it will glitch the item into your inventory, and you can't drop it or scroll between your items. And don't use this in public lobbies, please. If you crouch right in front of the nutcracker, it cannot shoot you. You can fly or jump onto the ship while it is leaving. You can run past dogs by holding sprint and spamming crouch. When dogs are aggroed onto somebody or something, they will no longer make the growling or footstep noise and will only make a sound when they jump at something. Because the dimension generates the doors from the main entrance out, you can find your way back to the main entrance if you go through all the doors with the door handle on the left. This is a quick video of me getting from the fire exit to the main entrance. Tip number 100, the absolute best way to get better at the game. It's not by watching every single Lethal Company tip video. It's by dying to a mine or every monster 100 times and learning from your own experiences. This applies to every game. Once you become good at the game, you miss being a noob.